what I saw was something I could do without giving up the security of my salary, something I could do that could be mine. And I fell in love with it.
There's an additional income there which is guaranteed, it's safe, it's forever building, and it's life-changing in that sense.
I wanted a cleaner because there's 17 months between my kids and it was hard work. So I just thought, you know, if I could do that, then that would be great. But I achieved that within about 6 weeks.
The pensions, we realised, weren't very much, but now in 6 months with Forever Living, I've tripled my pension.
My education from leaving school would have never allowed me to have no ceiling to what I was earning. So for me, to have the chance to be able to really have the life of my dreams was the real key thing.
It's delivered more than ever it promised to deliver. More than I can believe.
I had built my life to the salary that I was receiving, my mortgage, my bills, etc., and leaving the job would have meant moving away from that salary. And I lived in an area where there weren't a huge amount of opportunity in the industry I was in. And so I felt I'd had no choice but to continue working in an environment I wasn't happy with.
My background was in textiles, mainly in product development. Anyone would say it was a really good job, good money, travelling the world, but it was really, really long hours. And I realised that I just didn't have any time at all at home. Didn't have time with the family. I didn't have time to do all the things in life that I wanted to do.
When we got married, my desire has been to find something that will give us a stable income financially, stable lifestyle, because we were going to start building a family. And having worked for the past over 20 years for other people, I wasn't satisfied.
I was the little boy that never wanted to go to school. I just wanted to be with my dad on the farm, you know, and it was just a super way of life, the fresh air, the freedom, and the animals, the tractors.
When they started school, it was really important that I'd be able to drop them to school, pick them up from school and not have to worry about school holidays.
I had a couple of years at home, 2 or 3 years at home, just really enjoying that busy time. But the time came when the money ran out and I needed to think about, a way of helping my husband out with household income.
Farming started to go downhill badly due to market forces beyond our control. The future was bleak, actually. It was very worrying. Of course we were worried, like a lot of elderly people might be coming to their retirement time. We didn't know what to expect. We hadn't got a clue as to what might be. And all I could say was, all the time, well, we've got to make the best of what we've got.
I worked in the city as a futures and options broker for 7 years. I was made redundant a couple of times, which was shocking. So when you turn up for work one day, wanting to give of your best and having given of your best, and suddenly they turn around and say, well, actually, we don't want you to give of your best. In fact, we don't want you at all. It's just such a horrible experience. And the second time round, I set up my own company. 2.5 years of sleepless nights, stress, worrying. Unfortunately, that business went bust and I lost everything.
Everything in today's world is changing so fast. And while much in life is great, much of what seemed certain is now uncertain. Fun, in many cases, has turned into fear, and the future is being faced with caution instead of anticipation. Which is why, if you're looking for an opportunity to make a difference in your life, it's crucial not only to choose the right one for now, but one which will safeguard and secure your own and your family's future.
I believe people make a company and an organisation, and I was really enjoying where I was. But what happened is the company got bought out by another company and a senior management team came in place and it totally changed everything.
I've always had a nagging worry and concern about long-term financial security. My pension provision is not fantastic. It's not something I can afford to retire on when I want to retire. It certainly won't keep the family in the lifestyle that we've become accustomed to. And that's always been something I've worried about, but not really known what to do about it. So when I saw Forever, the one thing I saw was this opportunity to develop a longer-term financial, I guess, stability, security.
I had this idea that setting up my own business would give me control over my own time, and it didn't really. I ended up just working, if you take some time off, if you take a week off, when you come back, you've got twice the amount of work to do. So you're not in control. All the customers start to control you and the overheads, and you get stuck on that treadmill of carrying on and on and on.
I used to work 70 to 90 hours a week. It seemed to be, to advance in business, you just had to put more time and effort in. And what I realised this could give me was a balance for me. It would give me time with the family. It'd give me time with my wife. We were ships in the night. It's as simple as that.
My perpetual state 16 years ago was anxiety. Anxiety on the financial front, security front.
I mean, life was a constant worry. You know, when you're bringing up children and you're paying bills and you're paying rent and you're running a car and you're doing all the things that most families do, it's a constant battle. A bill drops on the doorstep and you think, oh my goodness, how am I going to pay that? And then before you know it, another one's dropped on the doormat. And so there was always an element in the back of my mind that life was all about juggling. When I first started out in Forever, all I saw, if I'm being totally honest, was about £2,000 a month.
It was as if somebody had thrown us a lifeline to rescue our lives. And that's what it felt like. I'm not saying that I wasn't sceptical. I was definitely sceptical, and I did check it out thoroughly. But everything I checked stacked up against what they told me.
I'm not a risk taker. I like to sleep at night, and the thought of giving up a full-time job and jumping into something new would be too scary for me. And so I ran this business for 6 months. I was doing 70 hours a week, 2 teenagers, husband, 2 sets of parents who were rapidly going downhill, and I just fitted it in. I've no idea how I did it, but I was told I could, and I did, and within 6 months had given up that day job. If you're not in a job right now, you can jump straight in and build an income right away. And for me, today, this business is more important than it ever was, because this is an income that no one can take away from you.
While many companies who we all thought of as long-term success stories are now struggling, Forever continues to grow, as it always has done through the booms and the busts of the last 30-plus years, showing remarkable growth in spite of the global economic downturn. Of great importance in the current climate, we're cash-rich and totally debt-free, privately owned and secure with over $1 billion worth of assets around the world, where we operate in over 135 countries, meaning we're not beholden to any shareholders or lending institutions or the fluctuations of unpredictable markets. Forever provides certainty in an increasingly uncertain world. Forever Living Products UK, trading since 1993, has shown continuous growth, with sales now well in excess of £36 million. From our head office in Longbridge Manor in Warwick, Forever provides superb local, regional and national support with excellent training, earning the company the prestigious Investor in People Award in an astonishing 12 weeks. And we recently sailed through the certification for the 2nd time. Why such constant and continued growth even today? Well, one of the major reasons is the way we view our health. Increasing awareness of the importance of what we eat and what we put in and on ourselves and our families is fueling the booming sales in the health and nutrition market for natural products. £19 million a day in this country. In a recession, people may not want to buy a new car or TV, but they still want to look and feel good. Forever produces a range of top-quality natural products for precisely this expanding marketplace. We're also at the cutting edge in the way we market those products. Forever, like more and more manufacturers, now supply their customers direct, cutting out the middlemen. Team marketing, buying direct from the manufacturer and being paid for recommending their products or services, is a powerful approach that many traditional companies like Dell and Gillette are using to apply to their own operations. Combining the continuing explosion in the health and nutrition market with the huge growth in team marketing, as Forever does, you're able to develop and control strong, stable incomes from home. You can start working part-time without it affecting your current job or career. Then, if you want to, you can develop it into a full-time business. There's a range of incomes from a few £100s a month to many thousands. The choice is yours. Of course, building any successful business requires work and application. The sense of achievement when success is secured is enormous. Increasingly, thousands of people around the country are earning an extra £100 to £500 a month to help top up the monthly household income, by using the products, enjoying the benefits they bring, and simply telling others about them. Our business is about recommending, not selling. Have you ever recommended a film, a restaurant, or a book to anyone you know? Of course you have. That's all we do, and we get paid to do it. For those of us who are interested in a larger second income, working consistently but still part-time, you can earn between £250 and £1,200 a month. The kind of extra income that begins to make a real difference to people's lives. Nearly £14,500 a year. How do you earn this kind of extra income? You use the products, recommend them to others, and talk to people about our business. By doing this, you develop a team. Helping your people build their team means yours develops and grows too, just like your cheque.
I was almost speechless. You know, here was an envelope arriving in the post, and I opened it, and there was a cheque made out to Jane Leach for £2,300, and it was like, oh my goodness, it works. It's real.
It was a huge feeling of relief. And suddenly, it's amazing. You wake up and the air smells better, your food tastes better. It just was that feeling, if we can do that, then we can do anything.
I work part-time, I work 3 days a week. Safe in the knowledge that my income is growing and that my income is moving forward, so that I should be in a position for that amount of days that I work for somebody else to come down. So that's given me the ability to gradually change things, so there's never been any risk.
I just thought, well, you know, maybe we can afford to move to a bigger house and have a garden for the kids. So we did that, and then I thought, well, maybe we can achieve an extension on the house. So we've done that, and now my husband's just been able to change his job to a less stressful job.
I thought, just maybe this is the thing that can give us that lifestyle, that can allow us to maintain what we've got, but also to have the things that we dreamed of in the future.
We can't be successful, and by we I mean no one in Forever can be successful unless you help the people that join your team to become successful too.
In the first few months of this business when I started it, I was very suspicious. Why would anybody want to help me to that extent? It never happened before. Some people would tell me what to do and leave me to get on with it.
The support is amazing. Because if not for the support, I'm sure I would have failed in this business. I wouldn't have been where I am today.
As you continue to build your business, leaders will emerge and identify themselves. Work with those leaders, help them develop their businesses and achieve what they want from life, and the income is paid in a different way, as a royalty or pension style income. With commitment, a willingness to learn and determination, people can create outstanding, sustainable incomes. What kind of money are we talking about now? Anything from £1,200 to £10,000 a month and more. Incredible? Well, here in the UK, there are men and women working with Forever earning multiples of that now. £20,000 a month and more.
This house is the stuff that dreams are built of.
I love coming home, and we have the family. There's room for everybody to stay. It's wonderful. It's wonderful. I have to pinch myself sometimes to think I live in a house like this.
I feel blessed. I feel blessed because I have security that no one can take away from me, because what I've built with Forever will be there forever. It allows us to take 2.5 to 3 months holiday every year. In fact, we've just got back from an apartment that we bought in Cyprus last year, which we've never been to. That's the 6th country that I visited this year.
Ever since I had my children, I'd always had a dream. And that dream was to educate my children in very top private schools. And one of the proudest moments in my life, in my Forever career, was the day that we dropped them off at the school, and they had their uniforms on, and they had their briefcase and their little caps, and they walked through the gates, and that was the start of an incredible journey for them.
Ella, my eldest, is very into music. I mean, earlier this year she was on a chamber choir tour to New York and Washington, and I was able to go on that tour, and I was one of only 2 or 3 parents that were able to go on that tour. George is into sport. I'm able to see him go and play sport. I take him to see events. I take him to see football, rugby matches, cricket matches.
I also have a second home in the south of France, in a beautiful hilltop village. setting about an acre is just beautiful. And that's where we go when we want a little bit of quiet time, a little bit of R&R and to catch up and, you know, relax.
Ella's 14 and she's already a teenager, and in 4 years' time she's not going to want to hang out with Daddy anymore. This time is special, and I know so many fathers who never get to see their kids. You know, they leave for work at 7 in the morning, they're not back till 7, 8 o'clock at night. They never get to see their kids, and it's tragic, because once your kids grow up, that's it, they're gone.
It's been amazing that I've been able to build a successful business but still be a full-time mum and be around for all the first things they do, but as they go to school, the sports days, the performances, all that kind of thing. You know, I'm the parent who goes to all 3 performances of the Christmas play, because I can.
This business has given us choices. And, you know, we do work hard, but we work hard when we want, and we work with the people that we want to work with. We live where we want to live, and we could never have done that. When we wanted to move, we just said, where should we go? And before, we've always been tied to living near our jobs. Particularly, we've been able to take care of our parents, and that was really important to us, because, again, that's something we could never have done.
As your business grows, you move naturally into a position where you qualify for other things the company offers. There are regular incentives throughout the year, international trips, and the car plan. Topping it all, once a year, a percentage of the company's turnover is given back to distributors as a bonus, for which anyone can qualify.
£3,939, £6,207, £7,302.07, £10,219.26, £71,463, £73,070, £296,476.07.
The potential really is uncapped. Forever can offer you £500 a month to pay your mortgage, pay for those treats for you and your family, give you stability. And if you're prepared to work, offer you £50,000 a month to give you the lifestyle you've always dreamt of. It's up to you.
The success of the company is based on the aloe vera plant. We are recognised as the world's leaders in aloe vera-based products. Why is ours different to all the bottles in the health food shops? Well, first, our aloe is naturally grown, and it has been for the last 30 plus years, long before eating organic ever became so important. Second, it's the primary ingredient in all our aloe-based products. We start with aloe vera and add small amounts of other ingredients needed to make up the skin creams, gels and personal care products, not the other way around. And as we're the world's largest growers of aloe vera, we can afford to do this. Third, we use only the inner leaf gel, the bit that contains all the goodness. And finally, and importantly, we have a unique patented process for naturally stabilising that gel. We can always guarantee the highest quality because we own the whole process, ensuring freshness from plant to product to you. Last year in the UK, over half of our turnover came from our aloe drinking gels. They're packed full of a cocktail of nutrients, which in today's world of stress, pollution and questionable food quality is really important. And there are many other benefits that may be gained from drinking it.
I sat up and listened when I heard a lady talking about aloe vera and mentioning that it could help with hay fever. And my initial reaction was, well, hang on a minute, I'm a doctor, I'm sure I'd have heard if there was something that could help me with that problem. Didn't particularly think it would work, but I kept an open mind, and I was absolutely delighted when, after about 4 weeks of drinking the aloe, I found that I didn't need to take my antihistamine quite as regularly. I could stop the nasal sprays, the eye drops, all those the other things that I'd been really just about managing on. I found the aloe worked wonders.
3 weeks after beginning on quite a large amount of berry nectar a day, my energy levels soared, my skin problem diminished, my joint aches stopped, and I just felt loads more energy, and I haven't looked back really for the last year. I've never been so well. I feel great.
And Forever has many other top quality consumable products that are used in homes around the UK every day for people who want to look good, feel great and stay that way. Of course, we really believe in our products, but to back up that belief, Forever offers a 60-day satisfaction guarantee. If you use our products for 60 days and you don't gain a benefit, return the empty bottles or tubes with your receipt and you get your money back. Just think about that for a moment. How long do you think Forever would have lasted if the products didn't work? Not 30+ weeks, let alone 30+ years. Getting started in this business has been made easy by the company, who've put together all the most popular products and all the literature you'll need in one package, the new distributor pack. As we said, this business is about recommendation, not selling. And as this box is heavily discounted, it's the best and most cost-effective way to try the products, to find out for yourself what the benefits are, so you can start talking to people about them straight away. To support the distributors, Forever has an advisory board. Dr. Peter Atherton is a former GP who did a 2-year research fellowship to Oxford University, studying the properties and uses of aloe. Dawn Parker is a beauty and nutritional expert with a wealth of knowledge, and David Urch is a highly qualified vet. These professionals not only use and endorse the products, but they are there to answer any queries we may have.
I gave up my job. I couldn't wait to give up my job. I've been dreaming of the day I'll give up my job.
You know you can relax and still have an income coming in and the security of it. And I think at 36 to have that security is kind of quite warming.
Future holds for me financial freedom. Absolutely. And a peace of mind.
You've heard about a remarkable company with great products and our growing marketplace, and you've heard about the kind of money you can make if you put in the work. So what do we actually do? Well, we use the products, and we look after a few regular customers. Most people build successful businesses with just a handful. And the third thing we do is develop a team. Let's assume, just for the moment, that you've liked what you've seen so far and have decided to get involved with Forever. Do you think it's possible that you might be able to find just 2 other people who'd like to make some extra money? Well, by finding 2 people and helping them to do the same, that's another 4 people, and then a further 8, then 16, making a total of 30 people. But you personally only found 2. Our business is about a lot of people doing a little. So when somebody joins, we help them to develop a business turning over just £500 a month, meaning that your business would now be turning over £15,000 a month. The company would now be paying you between £800 and £1,500 a month. Now, the royalty-style income we talked about. With help, you found 2 people. Do you think it's possible to go on and find a third? If we duplicate that, like we did before, there's now 120 people in your team. Look at the difference between working with 3 as opposed to working with 2. With a group this size, Forever pay you from £2,500 to £3,500 a month. With help, could you make the 3 a nice round 5? Duplicating again, 25, 125, 625. There's now a total of 780 people in your team, but again, you personally only found 5. Of course, the business never develops as evenly as that. 5 who find 5 who find 5. Some find 1, some find none. Some find 8 or 10 people who want to work. But building a team of 780, if you're prepared to put the work in, is very achievable. Developing a team this size can lead to the company paying you a 6-figure income. With everything you've learned so far, I'm sure you can now see that people who work with Forever have a very secure future.
It's a tough old world out there for many, many people. And I think that Forever gives people hope, that finally they found a company that they're safe with, and they can build futures, solid futures for them and their families.
You see the worry go because you suddenly see people realise that they're going to be okay. They're going to be okay for the rest of their lives. They don't need to worry about money anymore. They don't need to worry about whether their income's going to be taken away from them or not. They don't need to worry about their pensions.
Just run with it as fast as you possibly can. Don't think about it. Don't say what if. Don't do any of that. Just run with it. because you have the full support and the backing of a phenomenal, phenomenal company. Just run with it.
If this is your first look at Forever and you see what we see, please talk to the person who gave you this DVD. They'll tell you how to get up and running quickly so you can begin to create stability, certainty, and a secure future in your life.